everyone, it's me again and welcome to Faith's Finds. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name is Faith Grenade and I put makeup videos here on YouTube. And you should subscribe and hit that little bell icon down below. It'll notify you every time I upload so you don't miss a minute of this riveting action. Just so much action. Do you feel that? Do you feel the action? What you've stumbled across is Faith's Finds, which is usually a haul. And today, I'm going to be showing you guys what we picked up from Luray Caverns. If you haven't seen it yet, my video last week was documenting a little surprise I did for my husband, Mr. Grenade. I surprised him on our near our 9th dating anniversary with a trip to Luray Caverns. We had so much fun there, so if you haven't seen that vlog, check it out. He edited it himself, and I'm so impressed with what a good job he did, so give it some support. I want him to see that, you know, his work is appreciated. We ended up coming home with a bunch of stones. So a lot of you wanted to see me post more stone-related videos. At the end of the day, this is still a makeup channel, but sometimes your girl just don't have time to put makeup on her face. It's been like a heat index of over 100 degrees here on the East Coast for the last couple of days, and I just haven't had the chutzpah to put makeup on, so instead I'm going to show you some pretty rocks. Let's do that. So I think I'm going to start with the smaller stones and work my way up to the bigger specimens. Disclaimer, this isn't even a third of what we actually found. I basically just took one of each type of stone that we found and gathered them all together here. If I were to actually go through and look for every single stone that we picked up there and show them all individually, we'd be here all day. You know, the first thing we did was we went to the gift shop at Luray Caverns, and then we ended up going sluicing. So some of this stuff was from sluicing, some of it was from the gift shop. I'll try and let you guys know which one's which. These are some of the things we found sluicing. So first, I'll show you this. This is one of the pieces of rutilated quartz that we found. You can see the gold ribbons in there. That's rutile, which is a mineral that grows into quartz sometimes. You can kind of see it in there. We found about 4 pieces of this with a couple of pieces of clear quartz as well that were not rutilated. I don't have those here with me, but that's an example of one of the pieces of clear quartz. We found lots of clear quartz. We found a couple of pieces of rose quartz, 2 to be exact, one of which has this interesting little yellow inclusion there that I don't know what it is. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But this is rose quartz. It's a light pink color. We found 2 of these. We found rhondite. Rhondite is a heart healer. You can tell because it's got the 2 big heart healing colors, pink and green. There you go. We found quite a few pieces of this while we were sluicing. And very gemmy little rhondite. Very nice. See, my ID card down here is trying to say that this is green calcite, but it doesn't look like any green calcite I've ever seen. We found a bunch of this, but I don't know exactly what it is. At first I thought it might have been an agate because of the stripes. So maybe it's an agate, maybe it's green calcite, I don't know. But it's pretty! As yet unidentified. I believe it's Turritella agate. I could be wrong. I could post these on the gem groups I'm a part of and let them ID them, but I like to try and ID them myself. It's a fun game. Then we found a couple of, like 4 or 5 pieces of fluorite. Fluorite is a soul pathing gem, and if you hold it up to the light, it shines through purple and green, which is really cool. I wish I could kind of illustrate that, but there you go. That's fluorite. We found quite a few pieces of that, and when you hold it up to the light, it's just so cool. We found raw sapphire. We found 4 pieces of raw sapphire. This is what raw sapphire looks like. Really cool. Third eye stone, throat chakra stone, good for communication. We found quite a few pieces of unakite, which is a member of the jasper family. This is unakite. Unakite is actually native to Luray, Virginia, so we were able to pick up a few native pieces of unakite, some raw from sluicing, 1 tumbled from the gift shop. These are healing stones, really good healing stones. Then we've got labradorite. We found about 5 or 6 pieces of raw labradorite. Now, it's going to be tough to see There you go, you can kind of see it. Labradorite is very distinct because it flashes rainbows when you hold it up to certain parts of the light. It's harder to see in its raw form. It's a lot easier to see the rainbows in labradorite when it's tumbled, but that's one example of one of the ones we found. We also found a bunch of pyrite. We found 4 pieces of pyrite, also called fool's gold. Pyrite is an interesting little sparkly mineral there, often mistaken for gold, but it is not. It's an excellent grounding and abundance stone. I'm not sure. I think this is a sedimentary rock of some type. I wanted to say it was zebra jasper, but it's not. So we found 2 of these, and I'm not really sure what to call them, but they're pretty. We found a bunch of pieces of mookaite jasper, which you guys know from watching my other videos about stones. Mookaite jasper is a beauty stone. It has anti-aging properties, helps you reclaim your birthright to great skin. So obviously I'm excited about getting mookaite jasper. I love me some mookaite jasper, and we got a ton of this stuff. Like at least 8 or 9 pieces of mookaite jasper easily. Then we got this mysterious little guy. I want to say this is also Turritella agate, but I wouldn't be able to know for sure without like breaking it open, and I don't want to do that. Got this guy. It almost looks like a little Grim Reaper, doesn't it? It's kind of cute. It's like an alien egg. I don't know what that is. But then we got 2 raw pieces of tiger's eye. This is what tiger's eye looks like in its raw form. Isn't that cool? Tiger's eye is a good stone for wisdom. 4 pieces of raw copper. That's what copper looks like in its raw form. Pretty cool, right? Then we've got 4 or 5 pieces of garnet. This is almandine garnet specifically. You can tell because it's really, really dark red. They call this bloodstone on the ID card, but it looks like garnet to me. Then we got green adventurine. I have a few pieces of this. Quite a few. It's like one of the largest amounts of stones we bought. Green adventurine is a luck stone. Again, it's another one of those that's a lot more vibrant when it's tumbled, but I like raw stones better personally. Got amazonite. Yeah, this is amazonite with some smoky quartz. You can see the smoky quartz there. Amazonite, another good throat chakra stone because it's light blue in color, so it's good for enhancing effective communication. Then we've got chrysocolla, which is another throat chakra stone. This is another one that looks a lot more vibrant tumbled, but you can see it is light sky blue and white there. Very commonly found in jewelry beads, chrysocolla is. Then we've got fire agate, which they call citrine agate. I didn't know that was a thing, but this looks like fire agate to me. That's what one of the more interesting specimens looks like. You can see it's not very interesting on the outside, but on the inside, that's pretty cool. Almost looks like a fruit. We had quite a few pieces of polychrome jasper, also called desert jasper. This is what that looks like. They've got all kinds of different colors. Really beautiful. I want to try and learn wire wrapping to make jewelry out of these because they're so pretty. That's a happiness stone, polychrome jasper is. It, you know, elicits a sense of happiness and well-being and peace and calm, which is always nice to have. So, did I miss anything? No. That's about it for the types of stones we found, the smaller stones we found while we were sluicing. Now we're getting into the bigger stuff. This is a little piece of amethyst that we got at the gift shop. Little amethyst crystal. It was in a pile of heat-treated amethyst, which is sometimes called citrine, but it's not real citrine. It's heat-treated amethyst. But this one hadn't been heat-treated, so I was like, I'm gonna take you home, because you're the only one that hasn't been heat-treated. Also, in the gift shop, I ended up getting this little guy. This is an elephant made of onyx. Look how cute he is. I ended up feeling called to him because he's got a little imperfection on his leg there. He's got like little craters on his leg. And I knew he probably wouldn't be bought by anyone else, but I like him. I think he's cute. Then also in the gift shop, I ended up finding this. This was in the mystery miscellaneous specimens pile. And I had no idea what it was, but it called to me because when I held it up to the light, it's vibrantly deep purple. Do you see that color? Isn't that beautiful? I felt really, really called to that, and I was like, oh, what is this? I need to find out. And I posted it on one of my Gem ID groups that I'm a part of on Facebook, and apparently the general consensus is this is Super 7, which if it is Super 7, I'm gonna flip my shit, because Super 7 is an exceedingly rare mineral. It's very hard to find and usually quite expensive. A piece this large would probably be upwards of $60, $75, and I got it for $8. Like, can't beat that with a stick. And the longer I look at it, the more I realize, yeah, it probably is Super 7. Super 7 is a combination of 7 different minerals. It's also called the Melody Stone, and it's an excellent healing stone. It never loses its energies, so it's one of the only stones in the metaphysical world that doesn't need to be cleansed or charged. It just emits its energy on a constant basis. People have seen miracles happen when working with Super 7. And I couldn't see all 7 of the minerals, which made me think it wasn't Super 7, because I do see amethyst, obviously the purple, I do see smoky quartz here, clear quartz, but amethyst grows with smoky quartz and clear quartz quite a bit. But as I looked closer at it, I started seeing these little brown kind of ribbons through here, which makes me think that it is a Super 7. It's just a Super 7 that's very, very amethyst and smoky quartz heavy, which, hey, I'm not complaining, because that purple, though, my god. So that was really exciting. Also in the gift shop, I picked up a smoky quartz generator. Looks like this. I was taking it to work, but then it started to kind of flake apart on me because this is sort of weakened, so I'm not going to be able to travel with it very much, but it's got so many rainbows. She has rainbows all through her, all kinds of interesting inclusions, phantoms, might be some Devic Temple activity in there. Really, really cool, interesting inclusions on the back. And made in Brazil, go figure, which would be good. You know, some of the best quartz in the world comes from Brazil. So this one was just really pretty to look at. Like, I like having it places. Smoky quartz is the ultimate stone of clearing and transmuting negative vibrations. Nothing negative can stand in the presence of smoky quartz, and that's why I have so much of it. You're supposed to put these by the door of your house, and they're supposed to absorb the negative energies of anyone who comes into your home. I set them at the front door of my treatment room, so it just transmutes all the negative energies from the people who come into my treatment room. It's a great little protective, positive stone. Good to have around. And we did find geodes, and we found lots of geodes. So we found a couple of different kinds of geodes, which you guys saw a little bit when we were right toward the end of the vlog there. We found quartz geodes. Specifically, I believe we found 6 of them, and this is an example of one. Look at that. Look at all the sparklies on the inside. These are, you know, all found while sluicing at Luray. Oh, so cool. And these, I like the way they're shaped, because you could literally, like, if I wanted to, like, charge a stone up, because quartz, clear quartz, is an amplifier. It cranks any stone's energies up to 11. It's great for charging stones, it's great for activating stones, it's great for boosting the strength of a stone. So if you wanted to, you know, say you're using pyrite for abundance purposes, and you wanted to amplify or charge up that pyrite, you could take it and set it right in there. And it's like a little charging plate. Isn't that cool? God, I love that. That's so awesome. And then finally, we found amethysts, which if you watched my vlog, you already saw a couple of them. This was my favorite of the ones we found, one of my favorites. Super gemmy, really tight packed crystals. So shiny and sparkly, so shiny. We also found one amethyst generator that had a little quartz crystal growing in it, which is really fucking cool. Yeah, and this one, again, very flat surface, so if you wanted to use this to charge other stones, you could definitely do that. Amethyst it comes from the Greek word meaning not drunk or sober. It was believed by the ancient Greeks that amethyst could help you sober up if you drank too much, or it could help you recover from hangovers. Amethyst is used very commonly to fight off addictive behaviors. It's used a lot to treat addiction. It's used a lot to treat just like, you know, to transmute negative behaviors or things that aren't serving you. And it is also used to help improve sleep quality. Anyway, guys, whew, are you winded? Because I am. So that is about it for all of the different types of stones that we picked up while we were in Luray. I had a blast there. I know Justin had a blast too. We can't wait to go back and do some more sluicing and some more exploring. So if you're ever in the Shenandoah Valley or in the Virginia area, highly recommend stopping by Luray Caverns. It was so cool. It was such a good experience, and really, I mean, other than, you know, the shopping we did, it didn't really cost that much either. I think it was something like $56 for the two of us to walk through the caverns, and then you get access to all of this other stuff. There's like a car museum there, and it's just really, really cool. Eventually, I do plan on doing a video of my entire stone collection. I'm waiting for some stuff to come in the mail from Sage Goddess, but then due to kind of financial constraints, I'm going to be going on a bit of a low buy when it comes to anything, you know, frivolous. So, you know, stones, makeup, stuff like that. I'm really going to be slowing down on my spending, at least for a little bit, just to keep our money situation under control. But I am planning on doing a full video covering my entire collection of stones, because at least one of you expressed interest in that, so I definitely want to do it. I have a shitload of stones. I have a lot of stones. It's a little hobby of mine that I figured I'd let you guys in on. Without further ado, I hope you guys found this video helpful, informative, or entertaining. If you did, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt, you know it deserves it. And if you want to see more from me, you've got a couple of options now. You can click the videos on either side of my head to binge if you're bored or bummed out, or hey, you can hit that button that looks like my face and subscribe and become a member of the faithful today. I put out new videos every Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today, and I will see you in the next video. Doodles!